Incredible. It's so vast. Oh, this track already. This is a huge city. Oh my goodness, it looks like New York. Heimdall, the Vermilion capital. The size of this city never ceases to amaze me. Way too many people. It only starts to sink in that I'm in the capital after I see an orbital tram zipping along. Is that what those little train vehicles are for? I've never had the opportunity to ride one, but I believe they're used to ferry people around the city more easily. Yeah, they're the main form of public transportation here. They link all 16 of the capital's main districts. Straight up reminds me of Delling City from FF8. There's something of an icon here in Heimdall. Their fare is pretty cheap too, which makes them convenient for getting around. Lots of people use them so often that they just buy a yearly pass. Amazing. All that and so many orbital cars on the roads too. Ah, is that the building off in the distance? That would be Valflame Palace, residence of His Majesty the Emperor. Although, from what I understand, Chancellor Osborne's imperial government is also situated within. Yes, that's the case. Anyway, I'll be taking my leave here. I wish you the best of luck on these 3 days of field study. Thank you. Thanks for taking the time to see us off. Alright, goodbye. Oh, let's get on this. She really doesn't seem like an army officer, does she? Indeed, though the railway military police are known as one of the Imperial Army's most elite divisions. Not to mention one of the branches most despised by the aristocracy. If a province has a railway, you can virtually guarantee they'll use it as an excuse to meddle in its security's affair. I've rarely seen them in Legram. Though, judging by their actions during our encounter in the nature park, they did seem exceptionally well trained. They did, didn't they? Yeah, even with the same number of soldiers, they had no trouble rolling right over the provincial army. The provincial army are idiots. And on top of that, the captain is so elegant and pretty. She even looks good in a uniform. Some people have all the luck. It's like she's everything Sarah isn't. Oh, wow. Fee, how could you? I mean, I kind of agree with you, but still. You could say that again. Though it seems like those two have more than a little history between them. Alright, I suppose we ought to get moving then. Yeah, we'll need to hop a tram to where our lodgings are, then find the addresses we've been given. We've got a long 3 days ahead of us, so let's give them our best. You can count on it. Bea, Laura, take care of yourselves. You too. May the goddess be with you all. Take care. Alright, bye for now then. Until we meet again. This eastbound orbital tram will be departing momentarily. All those wishing to board, please do so at this moment. We get to be on the tram. Awesome. I haven't been to the capital in a long time, but I'm always surprised at just how big the street is. Huh, really? This view is nothing special to those who lived here all their lives, but I suppose seeing all those orbital cars and trams zipping along must be a real sight to people from the provinces. Indeed, even though in my home province people are depending less and less on horse-drawn carriages. I've never seen so many orbital cars in one place before. Well, even here, carriages were the standard up until around 20 years ago. These days, they seem kind of quaint. You never really see them anymore. The Republic's capital has a lot of cars too, just like this. After that, Crossbow probably has the most. Oh, really? You've done a lot of traveling for someone your age. Though I guess when you're in a... Yep, Jaeger work takes you places. And Laura gets so petty every time Fee... I don't know if petty's the right word to use, but Laura just gets so, annoyed or when Fee seems to mention Jaegers, so it's gotta be something there, their feud. I really hope it gets resolved soon, because man, I hate this. Anyway, what's Alto Street like? That's where we're staying while we're here, right? Isn't that where your house is, Elliot? Yeah, it's a pretty calm street, I guess. Ah, we should be taking a right here. Are we in the street now? I would assume so. Alto Street, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna have this half of Heimdall and the other group gets the other half of Heimdall. That's really neat the way that works. Are we gonna like rotate or are we gonna... We're probably gonna stick on this street, I would assume, because our lodgings wouldn't change. I don't really find myself near Alto Street all that often. Looks like you live in a nice part of the city though. You think? Anyway, we should start looking for where our lodgings are. Oh yeah, Elliot, you live around here, right? Why don't we drop by your house first? Oh, great idea. I want to meet Elliot's family. But, well, does that seem like the natural thing to do? I kind of want to see it. Well, it's really near here, but still, I doubt my dad will be in. Not sure if my sis will be either. Yeah, I think you mentioned you had an older sister before. All the more reason to pay a visit, right? Okay, if you insist. Thanks. I wonder if that's where Elliot's house is. My house is this 2-story place with all the flowers over there. Don't know if anyone's home right now, but we can at least have a look. Let me move, game. I want to look around this place. Oh, yes. What's up? Well, if it isn't Elliot, what are you doing back here so soon? Hey there, Soro. Mind if I ask what you're doing here? Haha, do you even need to ask? I'm figuring out this year's decorations, of course. Wait, you're starting already? We can't just decide on important matters like this willy-nilly. This sort of thing requires the utmost preparation and thought. Alright, good to know. Probably gonna have some Elliot dialogue here. Geez, why does Dad always have to be demanding when it comes to this stuff? Events like this are the only time you'll ever see this excited. My, this place looks so nice. This looks like a residential area too. I wouldn't mind living here myself. It's a pretty nice area. Oh, it certainly is impressive to see railroads within the city. They were really comfortable and the view of the window was wonderful. Orbital trams, I think they're called. It's just so busy at this time of year. There's so many events to attend, so many neighbors to greet. Being a housewife is hard work.
My turn.
Walk around this Elliot because this is his hometown. It seems fitting. It's been so long since I was last here. I feel a bit nervous. Don't worry, I know the feeling. No need for such hard ringing. It is your home after all. I know, but still. Okay, come on in. Let's see who we got here. You live in a church? Looks like a chapel. Wow, feels like it's been ages since I was home. So this is Elliot's house. Oh, is someone there? I'll be with you in just a moment. Elliot's mom or sister? Sorry for the wait. What? Is she? She looks just like Elliot. Probably Elliot's sister. Hi sis, I'm home. Elliot. Elliot! Yeah, she's excited. Whoa. Oh my. It's you, it's really you. I didn't think I'd be able to see you again so soon. Oh, thank the goddess. Sis, please, not in front of my classmates. It looks like they get along pretty well. Yeah, I'm almost jealous. Fiona Craig. I'm Elliot's older sister, Fiona Craig. I hear you've been saving I hear you've been saving my brother's skin at school. I'm so glad to finally meet all of you. Actually, Elliot's the one doing the saving most of the time. Indeed, his attractiveness has proven valuable on many occasions. Yeah, it has. Are you blushing? I mean, I'm not hating on Elliot or anything, but when has Elliot saved us? Like, I don't really understand that, but whatever. I think I get the kind of drift of the dialogue. They're just trying to make it seem natural. Of course not. Where would I be? You must be Reen, Laura, Marquis, and Fee. Now I can see what you meant when you wrote that you'd made some interesting friends. Yeah. You're not teaching any piano classes today. As it so happens, I have the day off, and none of the children have come by either, so you picked a good time to visit. I guess Elliot's sister is also a musician. Oh, you teach piano here at home? Elliot is in the wind orchestra at the academy too. Is everyone in this family a musician? Well, almost. My dad's not really the musical type. I couldn't carry a tune in a wheelbarrow. I'd love the chance to go to a concert as a family once in a while, but he's so busy with work that he rarely has a chance to come home and see us. What does your dad do anyway? Well... Oh, have you not told them? I would love to know what his dad does over music. Now that you mention it, I don't recall you ever saying. Is it really something secret you can't talk about? Oh, nothing like that. Just tell us. He's in the Imperial Army. That's hard to believe. The Imperial Army? Really? Yeah, probably no way you guessed that looking at me, right? I didn't exactly inherit the physique. You've got a point. But man, the last name Craig in the army, it sounds really familiar. Wait, your father wouldn't happen to be Olaf Craig, wouldn't he? Olaf from Frozen? The Olaf Craig? Decorated Lieutenant General of Erebonia's armed forces? That's our dad, alright. I think we've heard of him. Many consider him the most formidable general in the Imperial Army. He's known more widely around the Empire simply as Craig the Red. Craig the Red, oh, I get it. He leads the 4th Armored Division, which boasts the greatest firepower in the entire armed forces. Is that the Armored Division that Nightheart's part of? Or is that 3rd Armored Division? I read about him in the research I did before entering the academy, but I never put 2 and 2 together when I met Elliot. Come to think of it, doesn't Instructor Nightheart come from the 4th Armored Division too? Oh, it is Nightheart's division, I was right. Yeah, I met him through my dad before coming to the academy. Well, I'm not surprised you didn't peg me as Olaf Craig's son. I was kind of hoping you wouldn't find out. Elliot. Huh. Doesn't take a sight to see there's something going on there. Sorry, I didn't mean to make things all awkward like this. Just don't worry about it. Oh, right. Do you know any hotels around here, Fiona? We've got an address for where we're staying and it's apparently around here, but I've got no clue where it actually is. What? You're not staying here? Well, we are in town for a field study. Besides, there aren't enough beds here for all of us. But it's been so long since I last saw you. I guess you've finally reached that age when it's not cool to give your sis big hugs anymore. I feel a little sad, but I guess we all grow up. I'll still be watching over you, though. Sis, please. His sister seems to be even more attached to him than he is to her. Still, that's kind of strange. There aren't many hotels in the area, at least not that I know of. Huh? None at all? Perhaps my father gave us the wrong address. But your father doesn't seem like the type to make such a careless mistake. Yeah, he doesn't. That's very odd. I'm not 100% sure, but can you show me the address he gave you? Oh, sure thing. It's right here. Green handed the memo with the address of their lodgings to Fiona. Oh, I think I know where this is. Isn't this where the old Bracer Guild used to be? Oh? A guild branch? Are you sure? Yeah, an old friend of mine used to work there. Though we've been out of touch for a while now. Really? I had no idea. Bracers, huh? Still, I'm baffled as to why my father would choose to put us up in the old guild house. But we should at least go have a look ourselves. You know the way, Elliot? I think so. It should just be down the road from here. I was hoping you'd stay a bit longer, but if you have things to do, I'll just sit here, alone. It'd make my day if you dropped by for meals while you're here, though. I'd be more happy to cook for all of you. That sounds great. What do you guys think? Well, it wouldn't be any trouble. I'm not gonna turn down home cooking. I'm in. That's the spirit. I'll be sure to treat you up to the very best I could whip up this evening. So make sure you get plenty done today and work up a real appetite. It seems we have more than just a festival to look forward to now. You said it. Alright, let's head on over to the guild. Okay. Alright then. You say anything after having that whole scene with you? Still can't believe that Elliot's come back home so quickly. Oh, Idios, thank you for answering my prayers. I think you might be overreacting a little. Either way, I'm so pleased to have you all here. I'll be sure to make something extra delicious for dinner tonight, so make sure you're all back in time. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Oh, I'll be back. I can't turn down a home-cooked dinner, as Reen said. We need to go the opposite direction to get to the guild building. Let's make our way back then. Alright, opposite way, did not know. It's gotta be over there. Yep, this is definitely the place written on the memo. I didn't think we ended up staying in an old guild branch. I'm guessing Group B was fixed up in another one then. So there's more than one guild branch in the city? Yeah, back when the guild had still had a presence in Heimdall, there were 2 branches. The guild pulled out of the city over a year ago though, so not many pay attention to these buildings now. Is that so? The guild still has an active branch in my hometown, Legram. Really? That's more the exception than the rule these days. The building looks surprisingly new, considering they've been gone for over a year. Oh, that's because there was a big fire that swept through here about 2 years ago. They rebuilt the building after that, but they wound up getting shuttered when the guild left town anyway. No one knows for sure whether the fire was an accident or not. Some people still think it was set up by terrorists. That's an unsettling thought. It's just a rumor though. There's no proof or anything. Must have been that operation. Huh? Nothing. There goes Laura. Anyway, let's head in, shall we? My father gave us the key, so we should be able to let ourselves in. Well, shall we open it? Use the key, yeah. You know, I was actually expecting it to be way less tidy inside. There's some kind of notice posted up on the walls and bulletin boards. It seems to be a notice of who's currently in charge of the building. Apparently it's currently owned by the local government. Well, that explains why the governor had the authority to let us stay here while we're in town. Which part are we staying in then? There's nothing but a receptionist counter down there, so I suppose we must be staying upstairs. Let's go drop off our stuff and see what we've got in store for today. Are we sharing a room again? Never mind. Oh, Laura and Fee in the same room. There's no way that's gonna work. He's prepared brand new beds for us and everything. Isn't that going a little too far? This isn't a hotel. I'm not gonna complain. Your dad really seems like a nice guy. We should appreciate his consideration. Alright, now that we've got our lodging sorted out, time to take a look at today's tasks. Day 1 assigned tasks. Oh my goodness! So many! 3 of them are required, 1 of them is not. One of the cafe's most popular records has been shattered. If possible, I'd like to get another record of the same song. A journalist at Imperial Chronicle needs assistance with a tourism piece he's preparing. Underground passage monster. Customer who visited my gelato stall dropped their hat. Oh, so many! Huh, the tasks Kamaki's father has selected certainly show the variety one would expect from the city of this size. Yeah, we'll need to make sure we know exactly what each task involves before taking it on. Our group's covering the area east of Vancouver Street, so it might be a good idea to go around and scope out all these places before noon. Agreed. I want to get an idea of where everything is. We can use the orbital trams to visit all the relevant locations on this side of the city while we're going through the tasks. You two alright with being our travel guides? Of course, might as well put our knowledge to use. It may be hard to show you around the city this size, but I'll give you a grand tour as I can. Sis said she'll fix a dinner for us, so let's head back there when it starts getting late. Yeah, once we're done with everything, let's go to Elliot's house. Okay, let's get moving. We got a lot of ground to cover. Understood. Let's do all we can to ensure we're not shown up by Group B. Oh, let's do it. Alright. While in Heimdall, you could travel between the areas of the city relevant to the group's field study. Travel either walk at the end of the area map, press square. Each area has a tram stop which you can visit. Okay. Very similar to the X and Y town, Lumio City in X and Y, and also Delling City of FF8. Alright, sometimes you'll have to ride the trams. Got it. Alright, not bad. Add Laura in the party. Alright, let's go,